angry, Aussie, 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 angry, Aussie, Aussie, angry.
All right. Kicking off a new week of live streams. Damn, almost finished July. And we're probably going to start getting some slightly warmer weather here now, which would be nice. First proper winter we've had in several years, so it feels very cold, but it's really just normal cold. Just had warm winters for several years. Anyway, as I wait for folks to arrive for the stream, I'm going to do a little setup video. Let me get on to that. Hello, Home for the Elderly. It's a whole thing. Well, okay, my joke was, Justin, I got those two ridiculously huge bottles, 1.5 litre bottles of really cheap plonk from Dan's. They were like $10 each. Australian port and sherry. And I swear, just getting those two made me feel like more of an alcoholic than all this does. Because that's the sort of stuff you drink in a park out of a brown paper bag, honestly. And hello, Madam Butterfly as well. So I'm doing a clarification experiment. Okay. So, all right, I do want a video. This is just the setup. I'm not going to do any talking stuff here because it's clarification, so I've got to leave it for a bit. Might not actually do the talking bit till Thursday. We'll see how quickly it clarifies and filters and all that good stuff. I get my GoPro ready. There we giggity go. Okay, there we go. Looks about right. That tripod out of the way. One tripod out of the way. And get this light. Okay. Let's get this ready. Bottle's really sticky. We're spreading 200 mils on this. Okay. Got that ready. Christ, I almost forgot what I was doing. All right, let's get the GoPro happening. Okay. So, spin. Add this to this. Oh, and I just realized what I'd done wrong. Freaking Egypt. Oh, wow. I wonder if I just fucked this whole experiment. God damn it. What a fucking clown. Glad I remembered the last minute what I was doing, though. All right. 200 mils. What am I doing? Really worried I fucked this up. That. there. And now I'll just sit down for a minute and see what's going on with you fine folk. Oh, okay. My scripted episode. Let's fucking talk about that. That was a fucking editing marathon. You know why? Because the sound recorded through the mic, through the laptop, slips out of sync with the video. Now, people who've worked in film will understand this. This happens sometimes when you record sound on one thing and vision on another. They can be subtly different speeds. Like when I say out of sync, I would say they slipped out of sync by about 1/10 of a second every minute. So the video I recorded, the edited video is in like 6 minutes, but the whole raw video I edited was more than 10 minutes. So 1/10 of a second across a minute might not sound like much, and it isn't. But in 10 plus minutes, by the end, the sound is more than a second out of sync, and that's really jarring. So to edit it, I had to, each little bit of my spoken bit, I had to cut the sound differently. Normally what I do, because the good old Zoom never slid out of sync, so I would just sync it up right at the start. I'd have 2 tracks. I'd have a video track and an audio track, and I'd sync them up so the sound was matched. And then I'd turn off the sound in the video track and render that. That would merge the audio from the Zoom with the video. Nice. Now, what I had to do in this one is every single bit of talking, I had to cut a little bit and resync each little. Well, probably, like I said, about once every 30 seconds to a minute, I had to resync it. And yes, go back to Zoom. I probably will, because that was fucking painful. What's your gossip, Justin? Barnaby will challenge for the Nationals leadership. Oh my God, what a fucking joke, honestly. Madam Butterfly, I'm not an alcoholic, just love experimenting with ethanol. And I do. Well, there are certain preparations of ethanol I really like. Yeah, I agree. The fact that I've got a setup of putting the Zoom closer, but Jesus, that was a fucking travail editing that. And the sound troubles distracted me, and I forgot to do some stuff I would normally do fixing the video, and I had to do that at a later stage, but bloody, blah. So yeah. Safa's had quite an afternoon. What have you been doing with your afternoon, young man? What am I doing? Is that shit curdling? It is. Yep, it is curdling. All right, you know what? I'm going to jump straight into the second bit of video. Okay. A couple of little bottles. That's a fairly shitty fit. Put the funnels. Okay, and the filter pieces. Just put that fucking spoon down. I keep getting filter paper. I'm going to save a little bit of this for a taste comparison. I just decided. Okay. Hang on. Do a little bit of handheld action with the GoPro. this shit as well. Okay, I gotta let that drip through for a little while. All right, what else is happening? All part of the learning process, yes. Your driver's car door got rear-ended by a stolen Ford Ranger. Oh, damn. It is a bit of a drama. Justin, local ACT Liberal leader, be challenged. Heard both last night from the same person. Well, I suppose it's slightly more relevant in the ACT. I mean, Barnaby Joyce being Nationals leader just absolutely guarantees the coalition are out of power for even longer. Oh, it's hilarious what a narcissist that drunken oaf is. It's extremely funny. Right, is that run clear yet? I think it probably has. So, let's do this. And I'll do the switcho chango. Need another bottle. Tell you what it smells like over here? It smells like cooking spices. Cinnamon, and you can smell the star anise. All right, now that's probably all I'm going to do tonight, depending how long these take to filter through. Let's do this. Pull that one back through. All right, I'm just going to leave them go while I chat now. Okay. Let's get settled. Ugh. Home Philly. Well, Justin's spreading rumors that Barnaby Joyce is going to challenge for leadership of the Nationals. That's a nice thing, Justin. The Nationals trying to throw out net zero emissions means they're aiming for net zero seats, pretty much. So if you reckon Barnaby was drunk on 7:30, on one level we shouldn't be making fun of, because I'm not joking. I made a joke about me not being an alcoholic. He is an alcoholic. He has a very unhealthy relationship with alcohol. So, well, may you say, yum, home for the elderly, because you might be getting something. I'm hoping you get your delivery before Friday night, so it's ready for drinks. But yes, I realized they had so much of that spiced amalgamation, the combination of like I think 4 of my experiments, I thought, you know what would be fun? Milk clarify that, see what that's like. And I'm leaning into, because I'm definitely, after all the discussions, which I have appreciated indulgence on the stream of talking about my cocktail channel, I am going to effectively relaunch it, possibly rename it. I might change it to Cocktail Hacks, actually. I'm very seriously considering that, but the new videos won't be live for more than 2 months, so is that. But lean more heavily into my various hacks. Not necessarily every video, but, you know, as I say, my 3 favorite hacks: milk clarification, barrel aging, and clear ice. I can work that into most of the videos. Safa, I don't think there was anything interesting enough in my mail to get stolen in the post box thefts. But speaking of mail, I do have some. In diddly do, I do. Where'd I put it? It's here. Okay, so there's some Toby mail. This is different. I don't know what this is. What's this? It's got a fancy thing you rip open to get it open. Ooh! Okay. Cocktail umbrellas. I'm going to put one in my drink. Nice. Thank you, Home for the Elderly. And there was another package, and I don't know what's in this. Let's have a look. No. I think I know what this is just from the feel. Yes, it's straws. Oh, this is damn the environment plastic straws. Sleek black straws. Thank you for drinking accoutrements. Okay, Safa, cheer you up with some Toby mail. I actually have an absurd amount of Toby mail. Dozens of letters I haven't opened. I'm going to open a couple. Need to cheer you up after your car thing. Justin, you're not wrong, mate. They are gearing up to be even worse off at the next election. What's this one? Oh, yes. He sends me every one of his breakfast orders. Another McWrap. Oh my God, there are so many of them. It's wild. You thought the straws were shorter? No, they are full-length straws. Well, this one's handwritten. Okay. It's just a weird little note. You're going to have to ask Toby if he's had a McGriddle. Actually, yeah, technically I could have seen it on one of the receipts. He's printing stuff out. Oh, no, that's just the delivery label for Tomorrow's World. It's got his address on it, so I won't hold it up. But it's handy that I have his address if I send him something back. Justin, you reckon if there's a China-Taiwan crisis, they'll lose more seats? He sent me several of these direct debits for Catholic Development Fund. So yes, I'm going to give money to the Catholics. I'm going to have a cherry. Wait, was there one cherry? No, I think I finished that jar. Got this jar. I've got to get more cherries. Oh God, am I going to weaken and say, hey, the place that sells the cherries for cheapest also has some hard to get rums, and they not only have them, that no one else has them. Well, they're 20% cheaper than anywhere else. Maybe I will. Safa, would my parents be disappointed? I don't know. My dad might be a dickhead about it because he was a convert, and converts are always a pain. My mum wouldn't be happy, but my mum also wouldn't hassle me because I also wouldn't hassle my mum. I'm intrigued, Justin. Why do you think a crisis would negatively affect the libs? I mean, after that, you're going to have to cut the straws. For like an old fashioned, I would have to. But if I'm having a tall glass, they're the right length, the straws. Oh, damn, that's nice. How's my drip going? It's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty clear. I could just do them again if they don't go completely clear. That's all right. Oh yes, sorry. I was going to put a cocktail umbrella. What did I do with them? I put them here. Yes, I is it good for the tropical drinks, same for the elderly? All right, that's interesting. That's not a bit of history I'm familiar with, Justin, but it's an interesting take. How do we? It's got the little thing around. There we go. Got the little thing off. And we want to open the umbrella. Paper umbrellas. The classiest of cocktail. This is, although it still looks good. I like how that looks, honestly. So Safa, are you still consoling yourself from the trauma of the car thing? I approve. Isn't it weird? I mean, honestly, okay, you think it looks good. It's weird how good that looks. Now, okay, I legit want to do a tropical drink and put some additional garnishes on. I'll plan. You know what? I am not going to shoot the talky part of this video tonight because I'm going to script it again. So tomorrow I'll script it and I'll have a script ready for Thursday night or maybe Friday night. But I am so super into tasting those at a cut straw. I don't have scissors in here. I do it another time. I might be able to do it with this knife, actually. Let me see. Let me see. Ooh, oh, they're really, oh my God. They're skinny straws. They're really sexy skinny straws. Oh my God, they're concertina skinny straws. They're bendy skinny straws. Anyway, how much of a length do we want of this? Yeah, about there. Let's see if I can cut it with my knife. Yeah, it worked. I didn't realize they were skinny straws till I opened it. And so, oh, there you go. Look at that. Stylish Plus. Nice. Oh, okay. Super weird, Justin. I don't know why it popped into my head, but the old pig iron bob thing. Uh, I was actually looking that up today because it popped into my head, and I knew it was like Robert Menzies was behind selling the iron to Japan that was going to be used for armaments to kill Australian soldiers. Um, that's okay. It's super tripping me out that you're bringing that up, and I was randomly looking it up today. So yes, if I didn't make it clear, what I'm doing is milk clarifying my spiced liqueur. And I'm doing it two different ways. One is I added orange juice and added it to plain dairy milk. And the other one is I did the special treatment where you bake powdered milk and then reconstitute it. And it does some weird magical thing where the milk just spontaneously wants to separate, and you don't have to add the citrus or the acid content. So I'm going to see what they both taste like. But yeah, it was just an inspiration I had because it has so much of my spiced experiments. I just thought, ooh, I honestly bet this tastes really good clarified. So we'll see. I'll be making the tasting part of the video on Thursday, most likely. I was thinking it might all go through and I could do it tonight, but then I was like, oh, actually, I don't want to. I want to script it, so I can just save the cocktail, and all will be well. I know this is very much summer vacation look. Oh, this cries out for the apple of my tie, actually. I don't normally drink a cocktail like this with a straw. So I'm just slurping away. All right. A little bit more clarified. Actually, I'm going to finish these ones. Roll. Share. So I take my brolly out while I stir it. All right. Put the brolly back in. We're all going on a summer holiday. No more working for a week or two. It's funny that, well, yeah, there's the whole extended bendy straw. These are very sleek straws. Ooh, I can actually. The GoPro has a time lapse function on it. Or also, I mean, I could just speed it up in my editing software as well. You know what I might save that for? At some point, maybe do like a masterclass on clarified cocktails, all my tips, and record that away. Because again, given it can take a couple of hours for these are relatively small volumes, but it can still take a very long time. Need a fresh battery, so I would. That's a good idea though, a time lapse. Actually, while I think of it, time to recharge these batteries, actually. Okay. See if I remember, or if anyone reminds me at the end of the stream to take these out of the charger, because it's apparently better for battery life if you don't leave them sitting in the charger. And that's batteries generally, not these ones specifically. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. No more working for a week or two. So well, they are looking very clear, and considering the base spiced thing was opaque black. Hey, Hannah, how are you doing? Heaps good vibes, good. Okay, keeping the good vibes and good juju going. Baby's pre-op appointment finalizes a date plan for surgery. Good date, good plan. Good baby. Okay, yeah, we're keeping up all the positivity. Super baby's our patron saint. It's all good. Super fucking tasty. Whole family going to. Oh yeah, of course. Social distancing. Yes. Oh god, yes. You don't want something as simple as a cold. Flu would be worse, but you don't want something as simple as a fucking cold fucking up surgery. So yes, good on the family. Yes. Well, it's the kickassery of the super baby that makes super baby the patron saint, the stream. But I like that as a phrase, super baby, patron of kickassery. Yeah, I'm clarifying. I tell you what, I am hanging out to try these because I really love clarified cocktails, and the unclarified one is super yummy. So I could be overhyping myself. I hate it when I overhype myself on something, and it doesn't match up to what I've hyped up in my head. Madam Butterfly, if the world was going to be destroyed, what would my final drink be? I'm going to go with all of it, Madam Butterfly. I mean, if the world's going to end, I would just be doing shots till I lost consciousness. Oh, okay. The on-air sign. It's too bright. Look. Dr. Abigail said she could put a dimmer on it for me. But if I plug it in, okay, I thought I fucked my microphone up then. And I just want to double check. What is it doing? It's using the right microphone. Okay. Yeah, no, I think what happened is I nudged the US because it's a USB thing, and I nudged the thing and it dislodged it. For some reason, yeah, I had the feeling it used to. Maybe I moved the table further back. Maybe that's the problem. Because look, It's on just on Velcro there. If you bring it closer, you can see it closer. It's there. But you go back and back and back, and it's at a certain point, it flares out. Oh, wait, is it going to stay? No, that's it has to be about here for you to see it. And we're going to, yeah, you can still kind of see it there, but oh well. Just going to put it back on here. And it flares out and you can't really see. So that's why I have it off, because you can still, then you can read it. Yeah, the on-air sign is getting a bit uppity. You want it to be the center of attention. You don't need sound. You just need to be able to see me. Oh, that's so yummy. Clarified cocktails, you so yummy. Okay. We're jumping and a jiving. Okay. Yeah, I don't, even if I wanted to do the video tonight, I don't think those are going to be ready tonight. But like I said, that's okay. That gives me time to script the video and it will be smoother. So you're starting your new crochet project, a pigeon. Making for ages, just bought the yarn for it. Oh my God. We have so much fun because this is a pigeon house. I'm sure I've mentioned multiple times. Better butterfly one on air sign for when you get high. I'm sure you can find one on the internet. Mrs. Angry got me that as a present. She thought it'd be good in here, and I agree, it is. I wonder if I could put something over the front of it to dim it a bit, a diffuser or something. I don't know. Like I said, Dr. Abigail reckons she could hack a dimmer in the cord. I was too sort of preoccupied to go over to Dr. Abigail's place on the weekend because hoping she might be able to fix my laptop. I think I need to get it together, go over and take over both my laptop and the light, go, well, see if you can bring the laptop back to life because bugger me, it died, and see if you can put a dimmer on the on-air sign because I would like that. Have your whole Plex library disconnected. Oh, wow, and you had to spend the whole day reloading. God damn. So that's okay, dude. If you have stuff going on, stuff is going on. Appreciate you letting us know, but you don't have to apologize. Still going, you're up to H with the reloads. Dang. I started watching, and I don't know how close attention you pay to the logs. You know that I started watching The Walking Dead spin-off, Dead City. It is okay because it's got Maggie and Negan in it. I'll wait till you finish fixing your library because I didn't know there was another spin-off, the Daryl Dixon spin-off, and I haven't actually searched your library to see if you had that one. You used to watch the logs but kind of lost interest. That's fair. So if your sister's laptop battery died. Yeah, laptop batteries, they be like that. Oh, you saw that is it called F4 or F1? The car racing movie with Brad Pitt in it. Oh, what you're doing doesn't stop from watching stuff on the place. Well, again, I actually did watch, I think, 2 episodes of Dead City today. Oh, F4, Fantastic Four. Yeah, okay. Well, it's interesting. Like the two most recent superhero uh, movies, Superman and Fantastic Four, generally positively received, which is interesting because so many of the superhero movies had been falling flat for so many years. So for two of them to come out, one DC and one Marvel, and for people to go, yeah, that's pretty good. Maybe they're turning a corner. Who knows? We live in crazy times. Speaking of movies and Plex, I did watch Ballerina on Plex, the John Wick spin off. And it was not bad. It was better than the last John Wick movie. It was kind of intriguing. Like I was watching it. Geez, they really like their graphic violence in that one. Like they were seriously getting into um, extremely graphic death. I don't know how many people got hit in the face with an axe. More than one. I'm just saying. And also, the ballerina did quite a lot of nut shots. I'm just gonna say, shooting guys in the dick. I think everyone agrees the Captain America movie is a fucking look. I didn't look. Okay, I didn't hate it. I didn't like it. It wasn't good. But and we had this discussion before. It was kind of like it's stupid as hell that they structured the movie around Red Hulk being a big reveal, but the advertising is they pushed Red Hulk front and center, so the reveal was pointless. And then the actual bad guy is not even in the trailer because they've kind of gone, no one knows who the bad guy is. At the point, I feel like wanting to sit the people down who are putting the movie together and saying, if you feel like there's no hook for your bad guy, there's no advertising that will draw people in, you may have chosen the wrong bad guy. It's kind of like you feel compelled to push your reveal front and center in the trailers and you don't mention the bad guy at all. So I feel like you've made two pretty big fucking mistakes right there. Jesus. So fucking weird though. Oh, Safa, dude, I remember a couple of trailers in the 90s that gave away the very end of the movie in the trailers. One was the Arnold Schwarzenegger Mars movie. What was that called again? There was a really bad remake of it recently. What was the Total Recall? Okay, so Total Recall is actually a good movie, but the trailer for Total Recall had what was almost the final scene of Arnie putting his hand on a control panel, which saves everyone. I mean, he was always going to save everyone, but to actually show him successfully doing this thing that's almost the final scene of the movie in the trailer. And I'm trying to remember what the other ones, because they came out the same year. There was another one that had basically the final scene of the movie in the trailer. This is the 90s, yes, Safa. Dr. Abigail, why can't your hand be 12 inches long? Because it would be a foot. Oh, or the alternate version of the, it would be my dick. Sorry. No, it wouldn't. I have an average-sized serviceable penis. So, Humphrey picked actor to be the next fucking level bad guy. Ant-Man 3. Actor went on to... Wait, yeah, Marvel put a lot on that guy. Wasn't he also in the... Oh, if we're talking about the guy... He was in the Loki TV series, anyway? Celtic, already done some of your mail tonight, mate. Thank you for dropping in and saying hello. Oh, Safa. My sweet summer child. Arnie's first movie was a softcore porn. Or am I thinking of Sylvester Stallone? Arnie did a movie called Hercules in New York or something. Hey, Safa, thanks to your bad typing and spelling, that's not a spoiler because it doesn't make sense. That's right. Arnie's first movie was bodybuilding. But that was a documentary. Did he do Conan before he did? Let's look him up. Honestly, we're on the internet. Let's look him up. Arnold Schwarzenegger. Let's go to his IMDb and find out his oldest movies. Known for. Okay. God, he's got 7 upcoming projects. Is he in the Mortal Kombat movie? Okay. I know that. Okay, let's go right back. What's everything he was in? Scrolling. Yeah, no, Hercules in New York. That was, fuck me, that was 1970. Hercules in New York was 1970. So that was his first movie. But okay, then his rise to fame, 1982, Conan the Barbarian. 1980. Wait. They're saying Conan the Barbarian and oh no, Conan the Barbarian was Conan the Destroyer was 1984. Terminator was 1984. That's when he's being a star. Then he was a supporting character in Red Sonja. Commando, which I fucking love. That movie is so cheesy and I love it so much. 1985 Commando. 1986 Raw Deal, one of his lesser known ones, but I still liked it. Predator. See, that's when he's solidifying as a star. 87, he's both Predator and Running Man. Red Heat, I thought was a dud. 88, but also 88 Twins, such a good movie. Then Total Recall, 1990. Kindergarten Cop, 1990, great movies. Terminator 2, really good, 91. So I reckon that was his high point. 91 was his high point. Last Action Hero, which was a dud, 93. True Lies, okay, honestly, True Lies is probably my favorite Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. I think that is so funny. 94. But I think it dips after 94. Junior, Eraser, Jingle All the Way. Batman and Robin in 97, End of Days in 99. Yeah, no, we've collapsed at that point. Sixth Day, Collateral Damage, Terminator 3. Yeah, no, look, he did get a bit of life in The Expendables. Actually, his movie from 2013, The Last Stand, I liked that. Sabotage, Expendables 3. More Terminator. Yeah, I reckon like he was gone after Kindergarten Cop, basically. But he's doing that Netflix series Fubar, which to my mind is obviously trying to recapture True Lies. And Piloti, you're Terminator 2, then Total Recall, then True Lies, then Running Man. Yeah, I'm going to go True Lies, Terminator 2. What would I put third? See, I've got a weakness for his comedies. I think Kindergarten Cop's really good. I think Twins is really good. He is a really good comedic actor, although various writers and directors cast him really well in comedies. Twins, Kindergarten Cop, and freaking True Lies. So good. And just for pure cheesiness, I love Commando. Celtic, Sweet Dreams. Oh yeah, Junior was fucking terrible. I mean, fuck's sake, Schwarzenegger made some terrible movies. Three good comedies and about four really good action movies, and the rest is crap. All right, maybe have something non-alcoholic. I stacked this full of ice. See, now this one, I think, because of the way I've stacked it full of ice. Oh man, I don't. Fuck. All right, I don't have any mineral water here. I'm going to have to duck out and get some mineral water. Girls have a penis. Boys have a vagina. Not ice, Safa. I actually overfilled that with ice. I need to get some mineral water. All right, 1 sec. Okie dokie. Mix things up. I'm going to have a blood orange and mango mineral water. But I got a whole 10 pack of my lime and lemon, my favorite. I'll save that for later. Okay. So you know what I'm going to do? Just go over here. Just check how much is still in the funnels. Not much in there. Got to double check. Is this actually clear? It's pretty fucking clear. You know, it's not going to be ready tonight. So I think I'm going to put it all through a second time. Fuck it. It's going to be hyper clarified. And I'm going to... Oh my God, that is really good. Yum. That one's really clear though. That's fine. Oh, they'll be ready tomorrow. I need you tomorrow. I hope my microphone doesn't go out when I do this. It fucking did. It fucking did, mind you. I nudged something. I was going, oh, I'm going to switch off your microphone. I don't want you to switch off my microphone. Dooley, how you doing, man? You're in the Woodstock cans. Nice. Friggin', that's weird. Anyway, I was actually going to have non-alcoholic drink. Been having clarified cocktails tonight that I've made. What do you call a singing laptop? A Dell. Oh, I used to be in the marketing department for Dell. Safa, I didn't go in today because I went into work yesterday. Now, my train going in was less busy than it had been for a while. But then we had a team lunch on Monday, and it was like it was a Malaysian place we went to, and we made a point of going early, getting there before 12. So we got a table. There were like 7 of us. The place filled up like half an hour late, like by 12:30. The place had filled up. Food was pretty good. I did get a burger on Saturday night. It was a bit disappointing. I won't go back to that place. There was a particular place I was looking for and I couldn't fucking find it. So I just went back to one that I knew where it was, that I hadn't been for ages. And it does seem to have changed ownership since the last time I was there. So enthusiastic young Indian lads running it. It was not terrible. You know what? I think the bun actually let it down. It was just a bland bun. It wasn't a bad bun. It wasn't bad. Just like a milk bun, and it was just kind of bland. And I was like, okay, I'm not going back there. So, but I might go somewhere else. But yeah, I kind of scratched that itch of I'm getting takeaway because I haven't been getting takeaway much lately. Ugh. The mineral water. What's the weather like in Tassie, Dooley, by the way? I imagine you've been getting a lot of cold weather because it's been a little bit cold here, so I think it'd be quite cold for you. Madam Butterfly, quitting procrastination, getting at it. That's right, you got to go to work. Ooh, food trucks. I haven't gone to a good food truck event in years. I'm going to go Tex-Mex, get buffalo wings. Oh my God, I swear. And I think I made a video of it. I certainly put it on fucking Instagram and Facebook. Where I used to live in East St Kilda, there was a park not far away that do food trucks. But they had this burger festival one time. There were like 20 trucks and they were all doing burger variations. It was so hard to choose. And it was there all day. So I went and like had like a burger for brunch and then went away for a few hours and came back and had like a mid-afternoon burger. So I had a burger at about 10 or 11 a.m. And then I had another one at 2 or 3 p.m. And one was chicken, and it was really good. And the other one was just a ridiculously stacked beef burger, both really good. So, dudes, you've been cold, bit of sun, bit of rain. We've been getting a lot of wind. Not so much rain, some rain, but yeah. You reckon there's snow on the mountains? I reckon there might be in Victoria as well, actually. The overnight lows have been very low. Ooh, pineapple in a coleslaw, home for the elderly. Classy. You had a charcoal brisket. Ooh, pork ribs. Damn. Now I'm hungry. Not terrible, but weird. Parents in Vic, yeah, it's not as cold as Tassie. Bit cold though. Yes, after you're near the snow. So yeah, I hear they're having a good ski season. Snow in the high country. Mrs. Angry and I did a away trip once, not to the snow. It was high country though. Area called Silvertop. It's near the old gold mining town of Walhalla. But the place we stayed, it was this little self-contained chalet, and you had like a wood burning fire, and it was friggin' awesome. Just closing yourself off in this place, and windows all around, so you could see it was just this really stark winter, tall trees, and just burning a wood fire. It was fucking awesome. Does Mrs. Angry like snow? I don't know. She never says she wants to go to snow. But, you know. So Dooley, definitely staying up there till it warms up. Well, a couple months. I don't know when it starts getting warm for you in Tassie. It's probably going to start getting warm here in the next month. And by September, we'll probably be in the 20s again. EOR, hello to you, sir. How are you doing? Couple of the Twitch pals join us, which is nice. I don't think the UK is particularly renowned for snow. Well, I think probably if you get up north, Scotland, maybe snow. I don't know. Never really talked to her about it. I might think about it. So ask her about what's her view on snow. Yeah, we're scheduled to take some time off in December. We may or may not go away then. But she also heard one of her nieces is engaged. I mentioned this the other night. It might be an excuse to go to England. I haven't had like a travel holiday in years. In fact, you can see it on my YouTube channel because whenever I went anywhere, I made YouTube videos about it. Safa, I did a school thing to Kosciuszko National Park. That was the only time I've been in snow in high school. Oh, yeah, wow. It's quite famous when the Thames froze over and they would have markets on the Thames, which is placing a fair bit of faith in how solid the ice is. Not sure when the last one was. It was quite a long time ago. Here I got texts from fam that went to Phoenix for a wedding. Where are you again? Like Phoenix is Arizona. God, that must be so friggin' hot at the moment. July in Phoenix. Who the fuck gets married in July in Phoenix? God damn. Safa, the snow trip was year 11, actually. And it was only every second year that got to do it. So, lucky I got to do it. It was a 50-50 chance. Is that real, Safa? Baghdad had 51 Celsius. Well, it is the fucking desert. Oof, that's harsh, though. That kills people. You get above 45 Celsius and it's just killing people. Ew, I'd never been to Phoenix in the summer. Went to Arizona State for 4 years. Graduate. That was in Tempe. Okay. I've been to Vegas, Nevada, driven through Arizona because we drove from Vegas to Colorado. So it was Nevada. We briefly crossed Arizona and we briefly crossed Utah. And then we were in Colorado. Yeah, well, I'm sure it doesn't usually get to 51 in Baghdad, Safa, because that would fucking kill everyone. So if you're going to be, so I haven't been to that side of the US, New York and New Jersey. I've been on the opposite coast, California, and places I've actually been in rather than just driven through is California, San Francisco, and Los Angeles, and Vegas and Denver, Colorado. Oh, we didn't stop at Four Corners EOR, but the road does this little thing where in really short order, you go Nevada, Utah, Arizona, Colorado. Like you just barely crossed into Arizona and Colorado, but we did. That was for the 4th of July we did that. Everybody don't usually bring up Trump. Oh my God, I saw that. The caddy dropped the ball for him in Scotland. If anyone who missed it, this is a thing that legit happened. Trump's playing golf on a course which I think he nominally owns in Scotland, and his caddy got caught dropping a ball from Trump not in the bunker because it'd gone in the bunker. It was so fucking funny. It just sums Trump up so much. Dooley, taking us off topic. Any bots added to Twitch? Oh, you got the weather one that Grace says. I'm not that deeply into Twitch. One day I might get into it, and I will talk to you about, because you can get some pretty good bots for Twitch, actually. Oh yeah, Safa fireworks. Got so many fireworks. They're so good. Dr. Abigail, have you got a dad joke book there or something? Yesterday you ate a clock. It was time consuming. Especially went back for seconds. Oh my god. I feel like someone's given you a dad joke book or something. We live in wild, crazy time. So you think I should go to New Caledonia? $500 return. They're not having an armed insurrection at the moment, are they? I know one of my co-workers was traveling somewhere in the Pacific and they had a fucking armed uprising when he was due to go. Yeah, I know there are dualies on Twitch as well. Oh yeah, no, dually. Like thank you for the offer. If I ever get serious about Twitch, I will talk to you. Thank you very much. Twitch is fun. I mean, yeah, maybe I'll do it one day. Oh, okay, Safa, it was New Caledonia. There you go. Dr. Ego, playing Factorio, installed a mod, gives you dad jokes every so often. You're a faux pas. Oh, damn. Yeah, what is New Caledonia? Is it a protectorate or something? Does France still run it? I don't know. Oh yeah, I did see that video as well. Home for the elderly. Trump's playing golf, and people started shouting at questions about him at him about Epstein. It's interesting that France claims ownership of New Caledonia because Caledonia is Scotland. So New Caledonia is like New Scotland, but it's a French colony. Agitation for Spanish changes. Is that like, okay, what are we talking about here? Changes in Spain? Changes in former Spanish colonies? Changes in the Spanish language? Don't know what we're talking about here. The PM of France suing Candace Owens. In where? If the PM of France sues Candace Owens in France, in Europe, he'll win. Because I'm assuming Candace Owens. Oh, right. It's that stuff about his wife being born a man, which is fucking stupid. He'd win in Europe but lose in the US. No, France does not have a Caledonia. Caledonia is Scotland. Dr. Zealand is the Netherlands. British made a New Zealand. Yeah, and why? New South Wales makes more sense. Yep, I am Scots-Irish. Must go back to my homeland at some point, the Orkney Isles. Never managed it last time. Maybe Ireland as well. You reckon Candace Owens is going to lose? But she says slanderous shit all the time. She would get fucking done anywhere outside the US. I'm not sure about the US. Anywhere outside the US, she'd definitely get done. Dooley, Irish and German. Yes, Dooley's a very Irish name. Wales is not a protectorate. Wales is a nation. It's part of the United Kingdom. It is. Wales is a country like England, Scotland, Northern Ireland form the United Kingdom. Yes, after you do not say that you won't leave Wales alive if you say that. So his stepdad's from Yorkshire. There you go. Yes. So You get that complicated thing, all those various states: England, Britain, the United Kingdom, the British Isles. It's they're all something slightly different. There's a Dooley's Irish Toffee vodka. I'm pretty sure there is a Dooley's spirit. Hey, we're on the internet. Let's look it up. Didn't King Henry days go? Oh, Safa, it's complicated. Is the short answer. Oh, EOR. I think there are some ridiculous slander laws in Australia and in England. But yeah, okay, let's go. Dooley's. What if I just do that? Oh, Dooley's premium ice cream in Apollo Bay. Oh, what am I doing? Alcohol. Dooley's toffee cream liqueur. Dooley's white chocolate cream liqueur. Dooley's blueberry cream liqueur. So there's a liqueur. Which I could get Dan Murphy's. There you go. Dooley's is a German cream liqueur, combining flavors with vodka. That's weird. Wow, that suits you so well, Dooley. It's German Irish. Yes, Anglia. It was very funny because, of course, France doesn't call themselves France. Germany doesn't call themselves Germany. You know, the English one is Deutschland. But I remember when the World Cup football was in France, when the stuff being put up by the French broadcaster when England were playing, they were called Angleterre, land of the Angles, which is the root of the name England, the Anglos, land of the Anglos. It became England. But they did it the French way, Angleterre. So yes, everyone has different names for themselves or other. It's again, human history is so weird that we ended up like that. That we couldn't do anything simple like say to the people who were in a place. What do you call your place? You just go like, yeah, we're calling you this, okay? So for peeved, you couldn't go to the Russian World Cup. Love going with Aussie group. Yeah, that'd be a bit of a thing, I reckon. I've seen a comedian do a whole routine about the English just saying, you're that. Visiting the Germans. What do you call this place? Deutschland. Oh, we're calling you Germany, okay? Just extremely arbitrary. And in fact, in Ireland, they don't call in the Irish language, it's not Ireland. It's what the English called it. You should have shared Google 15 years ago. United States Postal Service. Who do you blame for how Google Maps is just giving horrible, sad story reviews, not being able to find our place? Which is, I've heard a few people complain about Google Maps recently. Google, the search engine, I completely understand people complaining about it because Google, the company, or what's the company's actually called Alphabet, but they have deliberately bollocksed the search engine for behavior that they believe makes them money. Super weird. I've not had real problems with Google Maps. Mind you, I started doing some reviews for places I go for date night with Google Maps, and they absolutely inflate how many people say. I get these emails going like 300,000 people have seen your reviews. No, they fucking haven't. It's like they scrolled past and you count that as a view. And they're trying to get me invested in do some more reviews again. No, okay. I only review the places I go to. And I only review my favorite cocktail bar restaurants. Not like they would, oh, you went and found a chemist. Do you want to write a review for them? I'm like, no, do you want to fuck off? And I haven't added anything new for a while because we've been going to the same places. Not even sure if I don't even know how to see my reviews. If we go to maps, what's this? Saved. Ah, there you go. My contributions. I'm a local guide level 5. Reviews. I've got 21 reviews in there. That's more than I thought. Lion and Wombat, Half Moon, Copycat, Bobby Pearl, Pony, Arcadia, Bass and Flinders, Jimmy Rum, Two Boys, Rip and Lee, The Bitters Lab, probably my favourite shop in Melbourne. Mexican place I like. Let's change the name. Wolf and Malone, which closed, which was sad because we only got to go there once, I think. Mr. and Mrs. P, which I think is top of our list at the moment. Carnegie Commons, which is nice. Societe. Rufio, which we don't go to anymore. Repeat Offender, which we do go to. Elysian Whiskey Bar. Tazio, which I don't go to anymore. Oh, Beverly, that was the place I shit talked because booked for a birthday dinner weeks in advance. Then you cancelled the day before with no explanation. Absolutely inexcusable. Fuck you guys. Everyone else on my reviews list has a 5-star review. This one place, which is a really expensive upmarket place, gets 1 star for fucking us over. What do you call Batman skips church? Christian Bale. Nice. Yeah, I ignore most of the questions home for the elderly. It's like, damn. Well, I didn't need a refund, Safa, because I never went there. But yeah, quite a bit later, they replied saying, "Oh, can we make it up for you?" And I just ignored them. It's like, "Fuck you! I want that review in there," because a lot of people have seen it. Because it's just like, can you fix it? It's like, can you go back in time and not be cunts? And also because young Mr. Angry was working there at the time, and he said, "Oh yeah, you know what happened? A corporate mob booked out the restaurant, so they just shit canned all the reservations with no notice because this corporate wanted to book out the restaurant." And it's like, so for almost no one asks you to put down a deposit. Greg, you went to a Japanese restaurant in the city offering free ice cream for a 5-star review. Gave him a 2. Nice. Yeah, oh, sorry. Rufio was the hero in Hook. Yes, and I think that's who it's named after. Rufio is a sister restaurant to one we really like called Repeat Offender. If we'd never been to Repeat Offender, we'd probably like Rufio more, but Repeat Offender is better. Rufio attracts a younger crowd as well. I think they're doing very well with a younger crowd. So old people like me and Mrs. Angry, they're not going to miss us. What have I confused you with, EOR? So if you're in Melbourne, giving away free Korean light green ice cream. Oh, yeah. No. EOR, you're right. It's called Rufio. The place is called Rufio. And I think it's named after the character from Hook. Or from Peter Pan. Was Rufio in the original Peter Pan? I'm going to do the same thing as Greg. Free dessert, 5-star rating. Made a rating 2. Review said don't trust 5-star ratings because they've been bribed. Good call. I just give all the... Well, actually, I've liked all the places we gave 5-star reviews. I give them 5-star reviews because, they're just independent operators trying to give them encouragement. If I was being really strict, all my 5-star reviews would probably vary between 3 and 5 stars. But I don't know. I just think the people in all these places work really hard, and you get shitheads who I don't know what their motivation is, but they just complain for no reason, and they put false complaints and low ratings, and they're just like shitheads. I don't know if they think they have some power. So if I like a place, I give it 5 stars. It just has to be good, not fantastic, and I'll give it a fantastic review. Yeah, EOR, yeah. The whole faking a review to get a free dessert is kind of shit. If you get good service, give them 5 stars, mention the person press. Oh, yeah, no, I've made a point of doing that as well. Say like on the night I was there, service was exceptional, and management should, be very proud of their staff type thing. It would be funny if the venues we go to for date night knew the complexity of how we actually rate them for our private rating system, the Essential 8. We have a leaderboard. We update it. And in fact, last date night, the place, because they'd had a change of management and the guy who used to spoil us isn't there anymore. So they actually lost, I think, 3 points. So they slipped from 2nd to 5th place in our rankings. So, oh shit, I've just got to do something. Keep meaning to book. Wait, can we not freaking... Oh, wait a sec. Can we not book in there? Seriously, through Facebook. They don't even have their own site. Hot damn. Okay. I have got to remember to book for date night tomorrow during the day. I remember an offer of you 20 years ago. Your dad should retire and stop doing life-saving surgery. Yeah, I mean, people are assholes, man. A couple of weeks ago, I went to a place called Stage Door, did with Angry Tortoise, asked the bartender to make what they wanted, had fun and stuff. Yeah, interact with the staff, man. Seriously, just being a positive person and interacting with staff makes their life so much more enjoyable. Double commas is a tell of bad writing. Damn. All right. So, place I've been meaning to book into since last week. Now I found out they don't do online bookings. I'm going to have to call them. I have to remind Mrs. Angry it's a thing we got to do. So don't forget it. Yeah, exactly. Home for the elderly. They'll be all over you. Make them fun. So, yeah, I always make a point of talking to the bar staff now and just saying like, "Hey, how are you with people ordering stuff off menu, cocktails off menu?" And the majority of places will go like, "Oh, if we've got the ingredients, I'll make it." And some people really go for it. Um, so that's one of our rating points for our essential eight. How enthusiastic are they if you say, "Hey, what do you want to do?" I love that you the Twitch thing. Hydrate. I just finished a whole can of mineral water. I'm hydrating. Oh yeah, no, home fidelity. There's one place in particular, one of our regular places. Their bar staff are just not into it. Duly lurking. Thank you, mate. Oh, you got a mate around drinking? Have a good one, mate. That's good. You're a kid doing field farm work. That's okay. That's work. That is real work. Been growing up in rural areas. Doctor, when you were a kid, your mother told you you could be anyone I wanted to be. Turns out identity theft is a crime. Uh, yes, you're right, Havildi. If you're really engaged with stuff, they don't want to let you down. But yeah, this one place, which is a good food place, we've been going there for 10 years. It's good, but yeah, their cocktail menu has sort of gone downhill over the years. They've constrained it. They used to have some really good ones that they don't have on the menu anymore, and their bar staff have historically been very reticent when I've said, "Hey, do you want to make me something wacky?" But I've got high hopes for this week. It's actually just they're calling it a little wine bar. The food is only kind of like snack food, but the drinks are better. So the places Mrs. Angry and I go for date night, they're a mix. Most of them are restaurants that do cocktails, but a few of them are like cocktail bars that do a bit of food. Um, so it's a very interesting mix. And this weekend, it's one of the ones that's a cocktail bar that does a bit of food. So I may be going to see if I can get them to be particularly creative with the cocktails this weekend because that's a strong point. I feel across wrong. Places that don't want to make custom cocktails are nervous. Oh, I see what you're saying there. Yeah. No, they I think it's just out of the comfort zone for some places. Oh yeah. Most of them, if they have the ingredients and they can get a recipe, they'll make it. But what I really like is just being able to talk bar stuff and say, I like this type of thing, this type of thing. Does that give you any ideas? Is there a thing you'd like to make for that? Um, and I really like just getting surprised by what they make. Um, like last date night, I talked to him. It's like, so like the New Orleans drinks, and yeah, so they were like, oh, we'll make you our version of a Sazerac, and it was really good. It was nothing really outrageous. It's a quite well-known recipe, and they just did a really good one. But some places will really just, go to town and come up with something for you. I quite enjoy that. So yeah, it's a whole thing, as the saying goes. But it is fun. But yeah, well, I'll report back next week on what date night was not like. If the um, bartenders, I don't know if they'll be the same guys. We've been to this place twice. It's one of the newer ones on our rotation. Uh, but we'll see if it's going to be the same guys, if they remember us, and if they're adventurous. You are. What are you meaning to deliver? It's a whole thing. You are. Where? What are you asking? Sorry, I don't know what you're asking. Because there's always a delay when you type something, when I say, or when I say something, and then you respond, and then I see your response. It can easily be 30 seconds. Good, go to sleep. I got like I don't know what I got. Half an hour. It's only 9:30. Oh no, I love the phrase too. I can't help saying it. It's a whole thing. It just fits so many situations, and people know exactly what you mean by it. Like I do it at work. Like, yeah, we could do that. No, can you bring it? God, then it'd be a whole thing, and everyone goes, "Oh, yeah, it would be a whole thing." So I kind of like that people immediately understand what you mean. Well, okay, I've got a straw here. What am I doing? Yum, yum. That's my jam cocktail. Thank you for the question. Is the GoPro battery charged yet? Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Because it's got a little indicator light on it. No, they're still orange. How are these going? They're really different colors. The one that's with the powdered milk is much darker. It's beautifully clear, darker, but I'll remember what they are. Now, this one, which actually has the orange juice in it, much lighter. Cool. Cool, 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 cool. Okay, so I'm going to try those on Thursday night. I'm pretty hyped for them, quite honestly. EOR, 4:31 a.m. for you. Lost your dad? Oh, I hope things are okay, EOR. Good, do what you got to do. Your advice is not drink. I'm not drinking them tonight. I'll be drinking them on Thursday night. Well, I actually redid the orange juice one. It was half done, and I put it through again. It is like a chemical lab. It's an experiment. I'm freaking obsessed with clarified cocktails. So we'll see how that goes. So, sorry, I'm waiting to see what the second half of your sentence is, EOR. But yeah, I'm all geared up for the rest of the week. Been a long while since you've liked drinking. Oh yeah, it's weird how many of my shirts have cats on them. Like this is a martini drinking cat. There's at least half a dozen of my cocktail shirts have a cat on them. But yeah, if you don't like drinking, don't do it. Like, I think some people expect me to be down on anyone who's a non-drinker. It's like, no, no, no. I will defend you 100%, and I will get very angry at anyone who tries to coerce someone into drinking. That's bullshit. I won't stand for it. A clarified uppercut is my signature move in Mortal Kombat. Oh yeah, I know where I got the shirt. There's a couple of sites. They're basically coming out of some warehouse in China. There's a couple different websites that I get the shirts from. I haven't got any new ones for a little while. Oh, I almost did it last week. But I get the shits because the prices are like tied to the US dollar and the Australian dollar is shit compared to the US dollar. So they do a thing like, oh, why not get this shirt for $20? And I go, oh, okay. Why not? And then you go, actually it's $30 or it's a 35, 30. Oh no, that's $50. And it's, oh, fucking hell. Yes, Safa, growing up in the country in particular. I don't think it's limited to the country. I think it happens in the city too. But yes, insecure men trying to coerce other men into drinking is bullshit, and I do not like it. Absolutely. Speaking of Mortal Kombat, I did put the trailer. There's a new Mortal Kombat movie coming out with bloody Carl Urban as an older Johnny Cage. Um, so much fan service in the trailer, but I lost it because right at the end, the last Mortal Kombat movie was okay, but it's like, oh, why did you not use the thing from the one from decades ago with the Mortal Kombat? And I was watching the trailer for this one that's coming out in a couple of months, and it's got Scorpion going, get over here. And all this stuff, and then right, it's got like this banging rap soundtrack, and and then right at the end of the trailer, it's like Mortal Kombat. I was like, yes, they did it. They did the thing. I love it. Here you are. You don't or you do. I have no idea. Okay, I obviously drink alcohol. I get very angry at anyone who tries to coerce someone who's not drinking into drink, whether they are a permanent non-drinker, a teetotaler, for whatever reason. Any reason for not wanting to drink alcohol is a good reason, whether it's for one night or an extended period or forever. Anyone who tries to coerce someone into drinking alcohol shits me at the wall. And hopefully, no, I never went to a BNS because when I was living in the country, I did not drink alcohol at all. And literally, the only reason to go to a BNS was to drink an excessive amount of alcohol. So I would not have enjoyed a BNS, which was the Bachelors and Spinsters Ball, um, which was just a night of alcohol abuse and sexual coercion. Oh yes, Safa, I played the original Mortal Kombat games in arcades. Yes, retro coercion in general is bad. B and S, Bachelors and Spinsters Ball. It is my favorite description of it was it's the mating habits of the squatocracy. It's basically country towns have this once a year, and they probably used to be a bit more sophisticated, but certainly by the 80s, the Bachelors and Spinsters Ball, the BNS, was just like a bunch of drunken fuckwittery, essentially. And good evening to you too, as well, Retro, by the way. A few of my old Twitch pals joining tonight, which is nice to see. Always appreciate people dropping in and saying hello. Oh, no, Home for the Elderly, the BNS, certainly going back in the 70s and 80s, were fucking terrible. No, I never did the debutante, the Deb Ball. Some of my sisters did, but I never went to the debutante ball. I hope the elderly did a Deb Ball. Nice. Again, being Catholic, the Catholic Deb Ball, the young ladies would be presented to the bishop. The bishop would be at the Deb Ball. I feel like you never did a BNS ball double kind of thing. That was maybe it was a New South Wales thing, but certainly Western New South Wales definitely wasn't limited to Dubbo. It was a lot of that shit going. Oh, nice. Dr. Abigail did the dead ball. Retro, stop drinking during COVID. Enjoy streams because you're not against it. Wonder if they're tasty. Oh, check my cocktail channel, Retro. Look up non-alcohol. I've got some really good non-alcoholic drinks. I normally do them for Dry July. Yeah. No, we had a Catholic Deb ball in Dubbo. Like again, growing up in a small country town. It's debutante balls were not limited to Catholics. Yeah, Retro. My YouTube channel for cocktails is called Angry Cocktails. Actually, look, I will put a link in. I will find one. What YouTube channel am I logged into here? Da, 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 da. Let me just see if I can find. What are we doing here? Oh god, I'm not. Oh, what the fuck is going on here? No, okay, cool. Okay. Subscriptions. I should have my Angry Cocktails here. Okay, where is it? Videos. Where was the Dry July video here? Okay. Ooh, do you like coffee? This is a clarified coffee mocktail. Oh, here you are. I have a lot of negative takes on the Catholic Church. So you don't have to apologize for having negative takes. Okay, so that was my Dry July for this year. That's a clarified coffee mocktail. But also, just look on my cocktail channel there. I've done a few videos for non-alcoholic cocktails, and I particularly like making them a little bit special because sometimes someone says mocktails, it's just fruit juices and sugar or whatever. So I like to do something that's a bit special, that's a bit involved. So I've done a lot of clarified mocktails, something that's it's got a bit of effort to it, and because I think people who aren't drinking alcohol should have nice things to drink as well. I'm glad you mentioned it too, Retro. So yeah, you check it there. Maybe get some ideas of the various non-alcoholic things I've done. But like that one I put there was a coffee-based one. I don't even like coffee, but clarified, I really liked it. That was a pretty good drink. I had these canned coffee. They're actually they were a non-alcoholic espresso martini, so it's probably sweetened coffee or whatever. Retro, your dad was a bartender but never made drinks at home. Yeah, well, he's probably sick of doing them at work. Was that old line about a busman's holidays? Like bus drivers, when they go on holidays, they don't want to go on a bus. Here you are. You want to apologize to someone disappeared from your screen, just been here and listening. Oh, okay. I'm sure it's fine. It's all good. We're into the last 15 minutes. I'm thinking I'm gonna pour a little bit of this in here, just a little bit before bedtime. Not too much. Oh man, I've got so many meetings at work tomorrow. I had a nice quiet day at work where I could just work on stuff because I didn't have many meetings today. Next couple days, my calendar is shite. So, certainly don't want to be under the weather. Oh, God, how did my cocktail umbrella get wet? Gynecologists on holidays. There was a line in Friends, I think, with Rachel was trying to date a doctor who's a gynecologist and thinking, oh, but you know what women's like. He goes, oh, some women are put off. And she says, why would they be? You know how women work. He goes, well, what do you do for a living? I work in a cafe. Do you like coffee? Yeah. But do you ever have days where you've made so many cups of coffee, just the idea of coffee puts you off? And she goes, yeah. Well, there you go. That can be life for a gynecologist. Your mum bought a carton of cream. Is there a story behind that? What's the carton of cream for? I'm having too much fun with this cocktail umbrella. I now specifically want to make a tropical drink to do this. Friends stole your joke. Exactly. That was the joke. Okay, that was a weird noise from the straw. Not sure why it made such a weird noise there. Did it again. I do dig it. It's the whole thing. I'm trying to think. My day job. I don't think cybersecurity is ever going to come into it on a holiday. So I don't think my day job's ever going to interfere with a holiday. Woof. You got to be careful with leaving cream out, EMR. It'll make you very sick. Retro, best part. Straw making noises and bubbles. I have to admit, definitely when I was a kid with a milkshake, blowing bubbles in a milkshake was like my favorite thing. I feel you just thought you needed the extra flair. Dude, I'm not joking, I'm planning um, my next sort of tropical cocktail so I can put a cocktail umbrella in it. I've got some pineapple fronds in the freezer. So I'm definitely going to make something where I can garnish it with the pineapple fronds and the cocktail umbrella. Yeah, retro blowing bubbles. It's fun. Oh god, I just had a flashback to the early days of COVID, like the first lockdowns when everyone was at home. And someone's saying, "Oh, we're all at home, and people are trying to make life bearable." And my neighbour's blowing bubbles, and it's magical, little shimmering rainbow bubbles full of plague breath, which again, super funny. I feel like doing all your movie covers. Oh, orange and blue. I actually changed my background to the orange and blue. Yeah, that color scheme for movies got popular about uh 20 years ago because it's chromatically opposite and makes for really dramatic lighting. We're going to have the dead joke. Wondered why the frisbee kept getting bigger and bigger. Then it hit me. Uh, I still reckon one of the best orange and blue movies, Mad Max Fury Road. Just the really intense colors in that, so good, and which makes it super surreal that the high contrast black and chrome version, which I have on disc, is also so good. So the color version is just these amazing intense colors, but the high contrast black and white version also extremely good. Now, who knew? Oh yeah, the movie posters, but yeah, but it's the same reason. The movie posters blue and orange because it's really attention getting because the colors being chromatically opposite. So it makes it really striking from a distance. So with a movie poster, even if you don't actually know what it is and what it's for, it's quite visually compelling, the juxtaposition of blue and orange. Um, but yeah, again, I think that's about the last 20 years that's been a thing. And it's not every movie by any stretch of the imagination, but certainly a lot of action movies do the blue and orange. Oh God, I hope you've with your movies. You started at H at the start of the stream. Now you're up to H. Now you're up to L. HIJKL. That's pretty good, honestly. That many letters. God, you're slogging away though. That's pretty intense. You messaged me. Okay. I will check that out. Oh, you know what I haven't had on tonight? The fucking Discord. All right. Wait, what are we doing here? I'm just checking something. What to fuck? Okay. That's stupid. Be fine. Oh yeah, a lot of the recent Godzilla movies. Yeah, it's basically a lot of action and sci-fi films leaned heavily into the blue and orange because it's just very visually striking. Um, the John Wick movies do it as well. Um, they're particularly stylized with the way they do it. But I think it's a fashion thing as well. Certain things go in and out of fashion. Yes, action style. Like I mentioned this in another stream, but yeah, on Home for the Elderly's Plex, I recently watched a classic French film, like from 1970, Le Samurai. Classic French, freaking. What do we call that style? Fucking. God, I keep wanting to say Art Nouveau, and it's not. It's well, evidently Lara Croft's always wet. Let's get she's thinking about me. Oh God. So I'm trying to think of that film noir. I was going to say it's not gothic. It's something like it's so yes. Le Samurai is a classic French film noir detective thing, but it was fascinating to me watching that. Just thinking like stylistically, people would not make this movie like this now. It's just like these really long static shots. Um, uh, and, and I have to admit, I did enjoy rewatching it because I had seen it before, but I was a little bit distracted because I just kept thinking. Now, if someone remade this today and if they did a good job, what would they do differently? And some things just culturally would have to be different because it's just like apparently how life was in France in 1970 would just be too incongruous for an English speaking audience today. It wouldn't make sense. So there was a whole bunch of things about like how the cops operate that would be completely different. And they definitely wouldn't use as many of these static shots that are in it. But I have to admit, I really like the thing they do with the guy who's the hitman. He's the samurai, the lead role. It's often when he's fronting off to someone, uh, and he's facing someone off and he's just standing there, not holding a gun, and the other person goes for a gun to shoot him, and there's a gunshot, and then there's a wide shot, and he's the one who shot. He's got a gun. Like the previous shot, he's not holding a gun, he's doing it, and the other person lunges for a gun, and there's a gunshot, and then it's just cuts to him. Because it was a neat thing. Like he's an impossibly fast quick draw. Suffer with a French racist. I mean, everyone was racist, but honestly, in a lot of ways, the French were less racist because they had a lot of colonies in Africa. So you get a lot of people of African descent in France. And in fact, one of the central characters in Le Samurai is a woman who has African descent. And Phil, you did the 1996 Romanian classic, Bettini Goddess, renowned director David Decker II, known for Sorority Babes and the Slime Bolorama. Honestly, there's some stuff on your Discord on your adult grouping that I'm fascinated by, and like basically 70s either R or X-rated stuff, and I reckon that's going to be really fucked up because it's 70s. Directed the critic favorite Creepazoids, your personal favorite Nightmare Sisters, with a 20-minute bath scene. Nice. It's just kind of like 70s exploitation and porn films. It's always like, oof, the 70s was a wild and lawless time. Oh god, that's another one I have to come up with a script for. Ever since we were talking about one night on the stream, and I found out that like all the old Penthouse magazines were archived on the Internet Archive, and I was flicking through it, and they had cocktail recipes. I definitely have to do cocktails from 70s Penthouse magazine. Because they ranged from classics to interesting tweaks on classics to what the fuck is that? Like there was scotch and milk in one. The idea of having a drink that's just scotch and milk is like, god damn it. Oh, Safa, there are some really classic Soviet era films. Really old one, might even be a silent one, Battleship Potemkin. But I think one of the classic Russian films, it's from the 60s or 70s, is a sci-fi one called Solaris. Yeah, Greg. I think if I make the video about Penthouse cocktails, the video would be called "I Read It for the Articles," which is a thing people used to say back pre-internet days, 70s and 80s, about Penthouse and Playboy. I'm not doing it for the nude girlies. I read it for the articles. Safa, I believe Solaris would have been in Russian, yes, but you get a dubbed version, I'm sure. Dr. Abigail, do we know the story about the chicken across the border? Me neither. Couldn't follow it. Oh, God. Oh, you actually have USSR movies on the server. There's a 1997, which would be post-Soviet movie called Brother. All right, you know what? I'm just going to put this bit of flavor in the orange peel for Mrs. Angry to put in her hot chocolate in the morning, because it's time to go to bed. Go to bread. Keep my cocktail umbrella and straw under my umbrella. Ella. Now, Philody, you were engaged to Russian, so you learned tons of Russian movies. Nice. That's Go To Bread. Yes, that was a Simpsons reference. What am I watching tomorrow? We will probably watch a couple of episodes of a show called Revival, which is quite interesting. It's on Foxtel. This whole weird thing where a limited number of people in a small town come back from the dead. Apparently, it's based on a comic. I don't know the comic. We have a couple of episodes of that to watch. And we'll have to consider what else. Because we finished a bunch of things, and there's a bunch of things we're watching that only release one episode a week. So we will have to consider what to watch. But I'll report back on Thursday on what we found. But I think it's time for Sleepy Bobos. And I didn't take a pee break in this stream, so I think I really need to piss now. So, Thursday night, I'm kind of excited at the concept of tasting these clarified cocktails because I think they're going to be friggin' awesome. But we will see. Revival isn't Australian. It is set in the US, but right on the border of Canada. So there's some Canadian actors in it. But anyway, it is actually pretty good. It is pee-pee time. It is sleepy time. We'll see you all another time, but I'll say bye for now.